How much money do you actually need to stop working forever? If you have been searching for an answer online, you have likely heard the same number over and over again: $1 million. They tell you that unless you reach that seven-figure milestone, your golden years will be filled with struggle and stress. But here is a shocking truth that almost no one wants to admit. According to the latest data from the Federal Reserve, the typical American household approaching retirement does not have anywhere near $1 million. In fact, the median retirement savings for those in their early 60s is between $185,000 and $200,000. That is a far cry from the fantasy numbers you see on social media. And if you are sitting there today with a balance that looks more like 200,000 than 1 million, you might feel a deep sense of failure. You might feel like you are already behind, or that you will have to work until the day you die. But I want you to take a deep breath and listen closely, because today we are going to dismantle the myth of the $1 million retirement. I am going to show you exactly how you can find peace, security, and true freedom, even if your savings account is much smaller than the experts say it should be. Quality of life in retirement is not about how much you have on paper. It is about how much control you have over your daily life. Before we dive into the strategy, let us talk about why so many of us feel this heavy weight of anxiety. A recent study showed that over 70% of people over the age of 50 struggle with sleep because of financial worries. You worry about inflation eating your savings. You worry about becoming a financial burden to your children. And you worry about a healthcare system that feels designed to take every penny you have worked for. These fears are real, and they are valid. But the reason you feel this way is often because you are looking at the wrong numbers. Most people are told to focus on their net worth, which includes the value of their home and their furniture. But you cannot pay your electric bill with your kitchen cabinets. You cannot buy groceries with the equity in your drywall. True retirement readiness comes from liquid assets and consistent cash flow. It is about the money that actually hits your bank account every single month. Now, let us look at the math for a $200,000 portfolio. Using a conservative 4% withdrawal rate, that portfolio generates about $8,000 per year. That is roughly $666 per month. On its own, that is clearly not enough to survive on. However, this is where the backbone of the American retirement system comes in. Social Security was never meant to be your only source of income, but for many, it is the most important one. The average Social Security benefit today is around $2,000 per month per person. For a married couple, that is $4,000 every month or $48,000 per year. When you add the income from your $200,000 portfolio, your total household income rises to over $54,000 a year. Is that a life of private jets and luxury yachts? No, it is not. But for a household that has paid off their mortgage, $54,000 a year can provide a very comfortable and stable life. The key to making this work is identifying your largest expenses and attacking them with creativity. For most retirees, housing is the absolute biggest burden, taking up about 36% of their total budget. This is where you can find your greatest opportunity for freedom. If you are living in a large family home with empty bedrooms, you are sitting on a gold mine of potential savings. Many people are now using a strategy called house hacking. This might mean renting out a basement apartment or a spare room to a quiet professional. It might mean building a small secondary unit on your property. By doing this, you could potentially eliminate your housing costs entirely. Imagine how different your life would feel if your biggest monthly bill simply disappeared. Another powerful strategy is what we call geographic arbitrage. This is a fancy way of saying you move to a place where your dollar goes much further. Whether it is a smaller town in the Midwest or a beautiful community in Southern Europe or Central America, your $200,000 can buy a much higher quality of life in a lower cost area. Furthermore, we need to talk about the power of staying active. Many people enter retirement and suddenly stop everything. But the most successful retirees often find a small side hustle or a part-time job that aligns with their passions. If you enjoy gardening, Working a few hours a week at a local nursery provides more than just extra cash. It provides a sense of purpose, social connection, and keeps your body moving. Even an extra $500 a month from a hobby can take massive pressure off your investment portfolio. Let us go back to the power of compounding for a moment. If you have $200,000 and you decide to work just 2 or 3 more years, that money can grow significantly. By leaving it invested in a low-cost index fund, you are letting the market do the heavy lifting for you. You are moving from a state of pushing the boulder uphill to a state where the momentum is on your side. I want to speak directly to your heart for a moment. You have worked hard for decades. You have raised families, contributed to your community, and navigated the ups and downs of life. Your value is not defined by a number on a bank statement. The fear you feel is a ghost of a system that wants you to keep consuming and keep worrying. But you can choose a different path. You can choose a path of simplicity, intentionality, and true independence. True wealth is the ability to wake up and decide how you spend your time. It is about having enough to be safe, but not so much that the money owns you. If you have $200,000, you are already ahead of millions of people. You have a foundation. Now, it is time to build a life on that foundation that is sustainable and joyful. Focus on your health, because a healthy body is the best way to keep your medical costs low. Focus on your relationships, because those are the assets that never lose value. And focus on learning how to manage what you have with wisdom and gratitude. In our next video, I am going to share 5 specific dietary secrets that can help you stay out of the doctor's office and save thousands on healthcare every year. Because protecting your physical health is just as important as protecting your financial health. If you found this message helpful, please subscribe to our community. We are here to support each other on the journey to a peaceful and secure future. You are not alone in this. We are walking this path together. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.